Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the problems on the heat transfer in the H.C. Verma, okay, Professor H.C. Verma textbook, that is Concepts of Physics, okay, from question number 35. From question number 35, okay. Once open it, question number 35 in the exercise, that is the question they gave it as a hollow metallic sphere of radius 20 centimeter surrounds a concentric metallic sphere of radius 5 centimeter. That means inner radius they gave it as 5 centimeter and the outer radius they gave it as 20 centimeter. Okay. Okay, fine. The space between the two spheres is filled with a non-metallic material. Okay. You can consider it as a non-metal. Okay, the inner and outer spheres are maintained at a temperature. Okay, let us consider the inner sphere. The temperature of the inner sphere, it is T1. It has 50 degrees Celsius, and outer temperature they gave it as 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, we can see the outer radius I indicated with R2. Okay, R2. Okay, that's why temperature is also T2. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, now here we are having that it is respectively, it is found that 100 joules of heat passes from the inner sphere to outer sphere. Heat is transferred from the inner sphere to outer sphere, and they gave the amount of energy transferred it as 100 joules they gave. Okay, now from the inner sphere to outer sphere per second. Okay, now I need to find what is the thermal conductivity of the materials. What will be the thermal conductivity of the materials? If you see, this will be the inner sphere, and here it is an outer sphere. In between this one, it is filled with an non-metallic material. Okay, it is having an inner radius as R1 and outer radius as R2, and inner surface temperature it is T1, and here it is T2. Heat is transferred from inner surface to the outer surface. Okay, inner surface to the outer surface. Since they gave that it is a sphere, I can write area as 4 pi r square. Area as 4 pi r square. Okay, okay, fine. Now according to the formula, rate of heat flow I can write as Ka into dt, change in temperature by thickness. Okay, by thickness. Okay, fine. Now here I can write it as, okay, here I can write it as Q by T is equal to K times, since heat is here, it is heat is radiated, I can put as negative. Okay, area it is 4 pi r square into dt. Dt we can write it as T1 minus T2. Okay, T1 minus T2 by the thickness. Okay, here we should have the thickness. Okay, okay, let us consider the thickness as dr. Let us consider the thickness as dr. Okay, now here it is that, okay, amount of heat transferred they gave 100 joules per second. 100 joules per second they give. Okay, okay, fine. Now here we are having that it is make dr terms to one side and dt terms to one side. So I can write it as Q by T times dr by r square is equal to minus k into 4 pi into dt. Okay, in order to find the value of thermal conductivity, I am integrating it between the values. Okay, here it is initial value. Okay, we are doing with respect to the, okay, here I am integrating from, okay, here I am integrating from inner radius to the outer radius, that is R1 to R2. Okay, okay, fine. And q by t. This one it is t1 to t2. So q by t into integral 1 by r square dr means I can write it as an integral r power minus 2 dr. That is nothing but r power minus 1 by minus 1. So I can write as minus 1 by r between the values r1 to r2 minus 4 pi k into temperature. That is T1 to T2. T1 to T2. Okay. Okay, fine. So here we can write it as q by t. Since T1 is greater than T2, okay, minus q by t into 1 by r2 minus 1 by r1 is equal to 4 pi k minus 4 pi k into T2 minus T1. Since T1 is greater than T2, I can write as 4 pi k into T1 minus T2. Okay. Okay, fine. Now here it is that we can write it as minus q by t into r1 minus r2 by r1 r2 by r1 r2. You can see, take minus sign inside, you can get q by t into r2 minus r1 by r1 r2 is equal to 4 pi k into t1 minus t2. Okay, substitute the values, that is 100 into, okay, q by t 100 joule per second, r2 minus r1, that is I can write as 15 centimeter by r1 r2 divided by r1 r2, that is 100 into 10 power minus 4, that is 4 into 3.14. change in temperature I can write as 40 into k. So upon this calculation, okay, upon this calculation we will get the final answer as, okay, 2.985, 2.985, that is approximately 3 watt per meter, okay, degree Celsius. Okay, fine. Okay, see the next question, 36. See the next question, 36. Okay, 36, they gave it as diagram shows two adiabatic vessels. Okay, two adiabatic vessels, each containing a mass m of water at different temperatures. The ends of a metal rod of length L, area of cross section A, and thermal conductivity K are inserted in the water as shown in the diagram. Okay, find the time taken for the difference between the temperatures in the vessels to become half of the original value. I need to find the time at which the temperature difference becomes half of the initial value. Okay, the specific heat of water is S, and neglect the heat capacity of the rod and container and any loss of the atmosphere. Any loss of the atmosphere. Since here we are having the two containers. We are having the two containers, okay, such that there is a rod which is connecting between them. Okay, there is a rod which is connecting between them. Now initially I can write as q by t, rate of heat flow, I can write it as Ka times dt by L, where dt is the change in temperature, such that the first container is maintained at T1, second container is maintained at a temperature T2. Now here it is that there is a change in temperature, so I can write q as ms dt by small t is equal to Ka times dt by L. Okay, Ka times dt by L. Okay, okay, fine. Now here we can write it as dt by t is equal to Ka into dt by L into ms, that is the rise in temperature per unit time. Okay, okay, fine. Now it is that what will be the rise in temperature. Okay, suppose let us consider the final temperature of T1. Okay, let us consider final temperature of T1 as T1 dash. This one I can write as Ka times T1 minus T2 divided by Lms. Similarly, final temperature of T2, I can write it as Ka times T1 minus T2 by L into ms. That is, we are having initially we are having a temperature T1, okay, and the rise in temperature, that is rise in temperature T1 dash is equal to T1 minus Ka into T1 minus T2 by Lms, and T2 dash is equal to T2 minus K into T1 minus T2 by Lms. Okay, okay, fine. So here we can write it as d capital T by dt. Okay, T1 dash minus T2 dash. Okay, which will get it as dt by d small t. I can write as T1 dash minus T2 dash. Okay, d1 dash by d2 dash, which will get it as minus 2 Ka into T1 minus T2 by ms divided by Lms. Okay, okay, fine. Now upon integration, okay, we'll get the time, that is d capital T by T1 minus T2 is equal to minus 2 Ka by ms Lms into integral dt, that is nothing but ln T1 minus T2 minus 2 Ka by Lms into T. So from this we can write it as, okay, from this we can write it as, we know that it is the limits will be from, okay, limits it is from, suppose let us consider it is theta 1, theta 2. Theta 2 equal to T1 minus T2 by 2. Theta 1 is equal to T1 minus T2. T1 minus T2. So upon substituting the values, we will get the time T is equal to minus 2 Ka by Lms into T is equal to ln 1 by 2. So T is equal to ln 2 into Lms by 2 Ka, that is at a time of ln 2 into Lms by 2 Ka. Okay, between the two adiabatic walls, heat will be transferred with the help of the rod, okay, that is question number 36. You can see here this one. Okay, next one 37. See the question number 37.